today?
It's going to be something. This will be it's a heck of a day of teamwork between robots and people and space and all over the world. Looking forward to this.
And we're with you.
Dave Wolf singing along a little bit as Shannon Lucid, the spacecraft communicator, uplinked that wake up to the team. He's heading back to his home away from home outside the space station on a spacewalk today. Extended parallel to the Space Shuttle's payload bay is the International Space Station's robotic arm, which will be doing much of the work today as it reaches in to grapple the new Japanese exposed facility and lift it out of the payload bay. There's a good shot of the Japanese exposed facility on its integrated cargo carrier in the shuttle's payload bay. It'll be an intricate set of robotic maneuvers by two Canadian-built robotic arms to move it into position for installation on the end of the Japanese module.
Flight engineer Mike Barrett just closing the hatch between the equipment lock and the crew lock. The crew lock, again, is the portion of the airlock that's actually depressurized, and the crew just passed the point where they are able to begin that depressurization when they're ready.
Open the thermal cover and egress. Okay, the thermal cover is open and egressing.
Spacewalkers now heading out at the Quest airlock, having gone over their tethers that they'll be using to make sure that they are safely attached to the space station. You're hearing them speak with Mission Specialist Chris Cassidy, who is acting as today's intravehicular officer. Cassidy will be choreographing today's spacewalk from the inside.
All verify my FCU is...
He's scheduled to perform his first spacewalk 2 days from now.
Understand, release my anchor hook. Just verify, your local tethered external, Tim. I am. Here comes your anchor hook. Thank you. Okay, you can release.
Now getting a view from the helmet cameras that are attached to Mission Specialist Tim Cobra's spacesuit as he's now outside of the Quest airlock. You can see here. Again, they'll have just a little bit of setup work before he heads to the shuttle's cargo bay to start working on the external facility berthing mechanism. This is a view from Mission Specialist Dave Wolf's helmet camera, making his way to the Kibo laboratory, where he will also be removing some thermal insulation from the exposed facilities berthing mechanism, the active half of that's on the Kibo laboratory, where the facility will be installed. You can see from this view in Tim Cobra's helmet camera that he is now at that Japanese exposed facility, and Mission Specialist Dave Wolf is at the end of the Kibo laboratory, so both spacewalkers are in place to begin their first task of the spacewalk.
I'm going to lay down the clean alleviator. That sounds like a great idea.
In the top right-hand corner of the screen there, or just a moment, you could see the external facility berthing mechanism that Wolf will be working on.
Bonding straps are moved. Covers off.
good look there. We're at the berthing mechanism that the exposed facility will be installed to once
Copy. Nice survey.
Tim Coper has finished his work inside the shuttle's payload bay. Wolf is getting ready to move on to his next task at the Kibo laboratory. That'll be to tuck in some grounding wire tabs that have floated up and are obscuring the view of the robotic arm on the laboratory. It's obscuring the view of its camera. And after that, that camera will be used to view the installation of the exposed facility while the spacewalkers move on to other tasks.
Dave, did you find the protruding grounding tabs? Valley Hope. Roger. Go ahead, Aki.
Hey, Chris, one more suggestion about the background noise. We think it might be Tim, but if his mic boom is high, if we can lower it as much as possible, that might help.
Tim, did you copy? Maybe you can use your South Alva device.
That didn't work. Thanks, Chris. Let's try that.
You can see here the Space Shuttle's robotic arm, and just to the right of it, Mission Specialist Tim Coper working on the exposed facility. Mission Specialist Koichi Wakata and pilot Doug Hurley worked earlier this morning to grab onto the external facility so that they would be ready to lift it out of the shuttle's cargo bay once Coper had finished his work to get it prepared for that. And here's a good view of the space station's robotic arm carefully lifting the external exposed facility out of the shuttle's cargo bay. And it'll be handing that off to the Space Shuttle robotic arm. At the controls of the arm right now are Mission Specialist Koichi Wakata and pilot Doug Hurley. And inside Shuttle Endeavour at the controls of the shuttle robotic arm, ready to receive that exposed facility, are Commander Mark Polanski and Mission Specialist Julie Payette. Thanks to the work done earlier by Mission Specialist Dave Wolf and Flight Engineer Tim Coper, you can see that the external exposed facility now on its way to be berthed to the port on the Kibo laboratory, where it will join the International Space Station. That piece of equipment weighs about 8,372 pounds. And we should be just a few minutes away from the handoff that the space station robotic arm will perform with the space shuttle robotic arm. good view here of not only the Space Shuttle robotic arm moving into place for the handoff of the exposed facility, but you could also see there for a moment mission specialist, or excuse me, flight engineer Tim Coper moving out of view along the sill of the shuttle's cargo bay.